Hello everyone and welcome to the session. This is Ashima Shukla, your current affairs and banking awareness faculty on Entri platform, and in this session we are going to talk about all the major news events that have taken place in the past days. The discussion is going to involve all the important news events and we are going to talk about them in a bit of highlights form. At the end of the session I will also be talking about a few questions which would be important from your examination point of view. So let's begin the discussion without much delay. Starting on the news events first, the first is that Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji dedicated to the nation a 200-bed KK Patel Super Speciality Hospital in Bhuj in Kutch district of Gujarat. This initiative is in line with the policy of central government to set up at least one medical college in every district of the country so that India gets a record number of doctors in the next 10 years, that is increasing the number of doctors in India. So this hospital has been built by Shri Kachi Leva Patel Samaj Bhuj, and it is the first charitable super specialty hospital in the Kutch region, which will guarantee medical treatment for people of Kutch, including the soldiers, the paramilitary personnel and the traders who are there. Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami ji announced a scheme called Him Prahari. The new scheme has been launched for ex-servicemen and youngsters and is aimed at stopping the migration of people from the state. So it's going to focus on areas where the migration occurs at a rapid phase, especially the districts which have international borders. So it will provide all the necessary assistance to ex-servicemen and the youth so that the people stay put and do not move. 20th edition of India and France Joint Staff Talks was held in Paris. The meeting was co-chaired by Assistant Chief of Integrated Staff and Air Chief Marshal B. Manikathan and Head of Bilateral Cooperation South Staff Headquarter Brigadier General Eric Peltier. The Indian Air Force IAF has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Indian Institute of Technology Madras for technology development and finding indigenous solutions towards the sustenance of various system weapons recently. The partnership will contribute in accelerating the IAF indigenization efforts towards enhancing sustenance capabilities, obsolescence management and achieving self-reliance. Kotak Mahindra Bank has launched its new enterprise portal Kotak FYN exclusively for business banking and corporate clients. Now, using this, the bank's customers can carry out all the trade and services transactions with a seamless experience in a unified view across all product platforms. India is the host nation for the Street Child Cricket World Cup 2023, a mixed gender cricket tournament for street connected children and young people worldwide. It will be the second edition of the tournament. The inaugural edition was held in London, Cambridge in 2019, in which 8 teams took part and Team India South emerged victorious after beating the host, that was England. So defending champions is Team India. Now this tournament will be organized by Save the Children India or Bal Raksha Bharat and Street Child United in the year 2023, and it's a 10-day event with 22 teams from 16 countries. In badminton, India's Mithun Manjunath lost to Toma Junior Popov of France in finals, so she was the winner of silver medal in this. In men's, we have the winner Toma Junior Popov with the runner-up as Mithun Manjunath, and in women's the winner was Indonesian player Putri Kusum Wardani. Prime Minister Modi ji virtually unveiled the tallest statue of Lord Hanuman, 108 feet at Morbi in Gujarat recently. Health Minister inaugurated e-Sanjeevani teleconsultation facility at 1 lakh health and wellness centers. Civil Aviation Ministry's Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik scheme has been selected for Prime Minister's Award of Excellence in Public Administration for penetration of air traffic among the middle class. It was launched in the year 2016. Udan scheme has 415 routes connecting 66 underserved Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Now, If we talk further about this Udan scheme's development, the scheme has led to development of new airports like Pakyong Airport in Sikkim, Tezu in Arunachal Pradesh, Kurnool in Andhra Pradesh, and there are approximately more than 350 new city pairs that are slated to be connected now. Amid the poor performance of India in the Global Sustainable Development Goals Index released by UNSDN, Government of India has taken the grassroots approach on improving the sustainable development goals. So, the sustainable development goals are the total 17 individual targets set up by United Nations to make living sustainable and humane. A national seminar organized by Ministry of Panchayati Raj outlining the 3 F's necessary for attainment of SDGs, that is fund, function and functionaries. Amid the credit crunch being faced by MSME, the Standing Committee on Finance led by Shri Jayant Sinhaji has recommended providing credit cards to entrepreneurs of the MSME sector. So MSME currently is contributing 38% of GDP and 30% of the total manufacturing as per the recent economic survey. The recommendation is that entrepreneur signs up on the Udyam portal where he or she will be allotted a credit card called Vyapar Credit Card. It will be called Vyapar Credit Card, and it finds out, the report states that 6.34 crore MSMEs, that is less than 40%, were borrowing money from financial formal financing. Twitter board has come up with defensive strategy to allow any shareholder who intends to acquire more than 15% of share to buy additional shares at discount. Elon Musk has offered 43 billion US dollars to buy all the shares from open market and acquire the company. Here, what are we talking about? The poison pill strategy. It's a defensive measure to stop major shareholders from aggressive acquisition. So instead of allowing the shareholders to buy the existing shares, the board of the company issues additional shares so that the major shareholders can invest in that rather than taking up on the shares which have already been generated. It's used to look at the actual pricing of the company. As of now, Elon Musk owns 9% of the total shares of Twitter. His bid to buy Twitter has sparked a new debate here. Ministry of Commerce has eased the export promotion capital goods norms to facilitate ease of doing business. EPCG norms are meant to augment the export potential of traders in India. Annual reporting of an export obligation has been extended from 30 April to 30 June for every financial year. In case of a delay, 5,000 rupees fine is going to be imposed. Also, export obligation has been extended to 6 months from date of expiry obligation instead of the 90 days rule which was there earlier. So from 90 days it has been extended to 6 months. In case of delay, 10,000 rupees is the penalty. R. Pragyanand was the winner of the prestigious Reykjavik Open Chess Tournament 2022. Hunar Haat, an opportunity to showcase the art and craft from various corners of the nation, is being organized in Mumbai this year. Central Bank has decided not to go with the continuation of plastic note. Central Bank also plans to launch a central bank digital currency, which was announced in the Budget 2022 speech of the Honorable Finance Minister this year. So this has been announced recently. Now, owing to the high volume of UPI transactions, the relevance of having plastic currency is ceasing to exist, and the provision of plastic note is also not practical in a tropical country like India where the temperatures are very high, where the plastic can be reactive. IIP for February has grown at 1.7% as compared to last month of 1.5%. That gives a relaxation or improvisation of the post-pandemic situation. The IIP, or Index of Industrial Production, covers 8 core sectors, that is cement, crude oil, fertilizer, renewable, electricity, natural gas and steel. Now, these were a few news events. Let's have a look at a few questions from the news events that can be framed. The first is, which scheme has been chosen for Prime Minister's Excellence in Public Administration Award? This award is being given to Udan scheme, which was launched in the year 2016 and has successfully helped in linking various places. Which ministry recently organized a national conference on localization of sustainable development goals? So for SDGs, the recent conference has been organized by Ministry of Panchayati Raj, where they talked about the 3 F's necessary: fund, function and functionaries. Which committee has recommended facilitating Vyapar credit cards to MSME entrepreneurs? So Vyapar credit cards suggestion has come from a standing committee which was a standing committee on finance, which was led by Shri Jayant Sinha ji. By Jayant Sinha ji. What do you mean by poison pill strategy? Now, poison pill strategy, which is being in news because of Twitter recently, is a mechanism to allow buying of additional shares to dilute the overall shareholding. That can be called as a poison pill. That is, extra shares are generated for acquisition of more shares by certain people. Under new norms released by EPCG, what is the time window extended to meet export obligation? It was earlier 90 days, it has been increased to 6 months now. Which city is hosting the 40th Hunar Hath? 40th Hunar Hath is being organized by Mumbai. With this, we'll be winding up this segment, and I hope this session has been helpful. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, have a great day ahead.